What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, we're going to be installing a LED light bar on my 2019 YXZ1000R. So stay tuned. For any of the newcomers, any new subscribers to the channel, or new viewers, this is my 2019 Yamaha YXZ1000R. Welcome to the channel. If you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe down below. But yeah, it's lacking a little something. I'm thinking a light bar. So I purchased a light bar that's going to go right up in here. So we'll go head on over here to check it out. Here we have, this is the Nilight off of Amazon. It's a 42-inch curved LED light bar. It is the cheaper one. I paid $60 for it, so we're not breaking the bank here at all. There are good reviews, there are bad reviews, but we're going to test it out for ourselves. It's a $60 gamble, and I think for $60, I'm willing to take the chance. The cool thing about this light bar is it actually has a 2-year warranty. It's they stand by the product, so if you have anything wrong with it, you just ship it back and they'll fix it or replace it. Most likely replace it. But I'll go ahead and put the warranty card right here, and you can pause the video if you want to read it. It's been a while since I've done an install video, so I have some things just waiting to be installed, which obviously the video is about this one, but I'm going to do videos on installing these lights, these smaller LED lights, and then I also have a chase light for the back that's going to go right up here. That for both of those I'll do separate videos. I will put a link down below and right here. If you're watching on a computer, it'll show up right here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the light bar. It's got this like protective film on it, so it looks a little bit hazy, but I peeled it back a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to get it to zoom in or not, but that's what it looks like for now. It's curved. It seems to be nice and heavy and sturdy feeling. It's got the mounts. I already put the mounts on there, but those are the mounts that it comes with. But I mean, it seems like for $60, feels like a good unit. And it's just a positive and negative, which I will go over installing it on the actual side-by-side and the wiring. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I've already played around with the idea of where I wanted to mount it and everything, but I think what I've come up with is right about like this, right on top of the roof, just like that. It doesn't block your sight or anything like that, and it'll be nice and out of the way, and it looks pretty badass right up there. So I think that's where we're going to put it. So let's take a look at the mounts. The mounts here, I've already have them kind of positioned where I want them, but it's just an Allen bolt that goes right in here, and then you just tighten it here. Whoa, let's not break this shit already. It's brand new. But anyways, here's a look at the bracket that it comes with. It comes with a little bit of hardware, but seems pretty legit. Here's some of the hardware right here. I mean, this is pretty much what comes in the box, is the light, plus these bolts, and then these little rubber isolator things to help with the vibration that go underneath here like that. And then we got some stainless steel hardware to bolt them up. To make sure that it's centered on the YXZ, I'm going to measure the brackets, get a measurement of that. Then I'm going to get a measurement of the roof. So what you do is you just subtract the length of the light from the length of the roof, which becomes 4 inches in my case, and then now we have 4-inch difference divided by 2 because you want an equal length on each side. So 2 inches on each side will give us the light right centered correctly. Hopefully that makes sense. So I just took my measurement from the lip here, so we're just going to go over 2 inches on this side, 2 inches on that side, and then we'll be centered right here in the roof. And then we'll go ahead and drill a hole, and then we'll be able to mount it. I mean, you saw it in the time lapse, but I think it looks pretty badass. You guys ready? Ooh, hell yeah. It looks freaking awesome. Looks good. Mounted fairly easy. You can really see that curve in the light now. I'm going to make a flat plate here. And then I'm going to have another plate that is going to be welded to the cage. So this will be welded to the plate that I put here. And then that will make it a little more structurally sound. I'm not going to get too in-depth on the actual making of this. I'll probably just do all time lapse and everything just to make it quick. But I have this 3/16 flat bar that I'm going to use, and we're just going to cut it up and create some sort of a bracket, do some welding, and now I got 2 washers that I can put on there, so now I'm going to go ahead, put them on the bolt in place, so then now I can measure for the other bracket part, the other flat bar part that I'm going to actually weld to the cage. So here we have the flat bar that I cut down, drilled a hole in it, and now it's attached to the bolt that holds the light bar. Obviously, why do I say shit like that? Anyways, I cut another piece of flat bar that's going to be welded right there, and then it will get welded to the bracing of the roll cage. And then boom, we got ourselves a bracket, and it'll be nice and strong and hold that light bar. And do the same to the other side. And there we go. Put a fresh coat of paint on there, and booyah, there we go. Now we are set. We got our other bracket over there. It's dark. You can't see shit. You can kind of see. But now I will mount it up for good now. We got our nice strong brackets. Let's do it.
A few moments later.
Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Damn. Freaking sturdy this shit is. It ain't moving, it ain't going nowhere. It's freaking strong like a mofo. Now let's get wiring it up. For the wiring, I actually picked up one of the Nilight Light Bar harness kits. So it's already a pre-assembled harness kit. It has the relay. It even comes already with a switch. And then it comes with a fuse, inline fuse for the power. And then a positive and negative right there. And yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to work, but I'm probably going to modify it a little bit. If you want to just check this out on Amazon, I'll put a link down below. You can buy that. I think I paid $10. It was like 10 bucks. And then of course it was free shipping. But if you haven't seen already, if you haven't been following my YXZ build, I actually built my own panel of buttons and everything. So I have all these buttons that I'm actually going to use one of these buttons for the light bar. Because right now only one of these work, and that's for the, what does this work? Oh, for my LED whip. But I'll go ahead and put a link right up here and down below for the video on making this. Yeah, I made and fabricated this all myself. Check out the video for that. So from here we have, just from the light bar, we have a positive and a negative. And then on the wiring harness, we have positive and negative right here with some female clips on it. Let's get that to focus. So these, I just have to throw some clips on the other wires because they didn't have the clips. So we'll go ahead and throw the male clips on here that will mate up with the harness. And then once we get those hooked up, we'll continue on and see what else we have to do. For the male connectors, I forgot to mention, they actually come with the kit, so that's freaking pretty cool. So you don't have to buy those. And then I just got my own heat shrink that I have. I just use this little lighter, and then we'll go ahead, put them on the ends of here. So my initial plan was to run it down like that, down along here, but I actually went down below here and then went behind here and then zip tied it right here, and then I'm going to just go down there and then come down here and then underneath all these plastics like right here, and then come into where my switch panel is right there. But as you can see, I got this thing ripped apart now, and it's pretty much just going to be running wires. And I mean, it comes with instructions, but as I showed you before, you have your relay, which they already have all set up. So you just have to hook up your positive to your battery and then your negative to your battery, and then you have your power, and then wherever you decide to put your switch panel, because it already has the switch, as I already showed you. But where'd it go? There. So pretty much it's self-explanatory. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Now, with the exception that I've already hooked up my own, can't really see because it's a clusterfuck in here, but underneath all these wires, you can kind of see right here, I have my own fuse panel, which is, it's just a power block. So I have a power from this that goes to the battery, and then I run all my accessories to this power block so that I don't have to run it all to the actual battery itself. So I have one power wire coming off of there to here, and this is all a fuse block, so there's multiple fuses on here for multiple things. So that's the only difference, is that I'm going to hook this wire up and then get rid of this extra fuse and hook that wire up to my fuse block, and then that's how I'm going to get power. And then for the ground, I'll just hook the ground up to the battery ground, and then all the relay, so the relay and then the power. So this is all going to be clusterfucked into this little hole right here. I'll tuck it away nicely and zip tie it all together. Then we'll have our switch, which is right here. So then our switch, this wire will run up into here, up here, and then come through just like my other switch through that hole, which will go to my switch panel. And then from there, the power will go through here, up through here, and then hook to there. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it's all gonna work. I know it's gonna work, but let's get back and start running some wires and figure this all out. So what I figured out running my wires is I just took this clip off and then this clip and then pulled this little plastic piece back, and then I was able to run it up here, and then there's actually a little gap in the hole right here that these wires can come right up, and then boom, right to the switch panel. Well, it turns out trying to run the wires over here is a pain in the ass. This doesn't want to lift up all that much. There's not a lot of give in the plastic. So what I ended up doing is I drilled a hole up here on the top, which that actually goes up to my switch panel. And then what it does is it runs down here. Let's see if we can. Anyways, there's the wire there. And then it goes down here and then through the plastic. So it's not outside of the plastic. Then you peel this plastic away. And we look up in here, and then it's hard to do one-handed, but it comes through here. You can see it right there, and then we're going to run it right up through there, which will come and meet up with the wires there. Woo! Now we got it all hooked up. We got all the wires ran. Everything's good to go. Just haven't put it all back together. This is going to be the first startup. That's why I haven't put it all back together. I want to make sure that it works, but we got it all hooked up the way I want it. So I think now we're just gonna see if this sucker works. So we'll flip the switch. Oh snap! There we go. It's bright. Holy damn. Well, she bright. I can't even see anything. But it's actually nighttime, so we're gonna take it out of the garage and we'll see how bright this sucker is. All right. Well, it's dark now, and I'll turn the key on. Hopefully, this doesn't turn the freaking light on, but there we are with the view of the factory headlights. And then that's the headlights, and then here's the brights. So there you go, there's the brights. Now we'll turn those off. And then here is the new light bar. This shit's crazy. So there you go. It's looking pretty good. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up the install on the new LED light. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you check out my other install videos. And I have riding videos. I have tons of YXZ content. And not only YXZ stuff, any side-by-side content. Make sure you subscribe down below, follow along, and check out my videos right here coming up. I'm going to put a couple videos right around here somewhere, so make sure you check those out. And thanks for joining me. Peace out.